Hi, Gemini. Some sage and some rose petals to cleanse the space. Three chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Gemini. If you have Gemini anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. This is a general reading, Gemini, so you take what resonates with you and you leave the rest. Use your intuition. Tarot readings, horoscopes, and really anytime you seek outside advice is a good time to practice your intuition. Use your judgment. Learn to trust yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Gemini. What would we like Gemini to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Welcome to my channel, Gemini. My name is Greta, and I do use intuition during my readings. I also use the sun, the moon, and planetary placements to get a good feel of the energy. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Gemini. What would you like Gemini to know or to be aware of during this reading? Gemini, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, the layout of this reading, when we look at that top row, when we look at that first row, we will be looking at your work life, your public life, your professional life. The second row will be looking at your home life, your personal life, your private life. And this third row will be final thoughts, final messages. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Gemini. And Gemini, the foundation, the basis of your reading this week is the 10 of Cups, the happy endings, the happily ever after, the emotional, the spiritual fulfillment. And that is backed by the 10 of Pentacles, which is legacy wealth. Creating, receiving, using your legacy to create happiness and fulfillment. And let's see how those two cards play into the rest of your reading this week, Gemini. We start off with the Ace of Wands, the gift of strengths. Strength really is a blessing. It is a blessing that can bless everything that we touch and everything that we're wanting to create. The Two of Swords, which is also known, many readers, when they see this, will think of a third option. There's a spiritual and emotional option that we are not looking at, that we are not considering, or that we are not aware of. There's something here that we're not aware of. Followed by the Knight of Wands. Getting ready, wanting to take action. Wanting to take action on our passion. Wands represents the suit of wands in tarot represents fire. It represents the powerful, the divine, the spark, what it is that sparks our soul, that initiates our passions, it's what drives us to take action on our passions. Followed by the Ace of Swords, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, wanting it all. We are in a state of wanting it all. Wanting it all has its drawbacks. we can take advantage when we want it all. Sometimes it puts us in a position of taking advantage of the wrong opportunities, or taking advantage of too many opportunities at once. And when we take advantage of too many opportunities at once, it diverts our energy, or it disperses our energy too thinly. And when we spread ourselves too thin, it's very difficult to make a real change. It's very difficult to manifest what it is that we're wanting to manifest. And so wanting it all, having it all, does require that we spend our energy wisely, and we pick we choose to spend our energy very wisely. We only invest our time and our energy into things that align with our purpose, with our passion, with our desires. And it may involve taking advantage of only one opportunity at a time. Right now, Jupiter is in Gemini. And with Jupiter in Gemini, we can expect everything to come in pairs, or two or more, or opportunities to come in pairs. And I think that there's an opportunity, two opportunities coming in for you. An opportunity that is about your passions and desires, and an opportunity for that makes more sense, that is more logical. And so one is not necessarily better than the other, but it is going to require you to make a choice. I do believe that whichever choice that you make, it will be the right one. Trust your intuition on this selection. It's like you want it all and you want to do both, but if you choose to do both, you'll be spreading yourself too thin. And when we spread ourselves thin like that, we're not successful. And so it's important that we choose which one of these opportunities is going to better serve our life's purpose, better serve our passion, and choose to invest our energy into one of these opportunities. And when we're considering this, consider what choice aligns us with our long-term goals, and which one of these opportunities will best set us up for achieving all that we would like to achieve. That is followed by the Knight of Swords. Action, a swift change, a change in energy, wanting to take action. The Three of Swords, look at these swords here. The Three of Swords tender heart, maybe even a betrayal here. How does a betrayal turn into a happily ever after? This is how a betrayal turns into a happy ever after by the Ten of Swords. Betrayals end. Confusion ends. And then we transform. And then we move on to calmer waters. You may be feeling or even experiencing a shift in energy in your private life here, or you're still trying to get used to the change of energy. And this change, this shift, is one that is positive. And it is putting a positive spin on your private life. Gemini, again, in May, Jupiter moved into Gemini, and Jupiter will be in Gemini for the next 12 months. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter is known as the planet, the multiplier planet. Everything that Jupiter touches, it increases. And when Jupiter is in Gemini, we can expect everything to increase twice-fold, which is why we're seeing these two opportunities here for you in your professional life. But the same holds true here in your private life, in your personal life. This is your year to expand. This is your year to expand in love. This is your year to expand in home, knowledge, and even to travel if that's what you're wanting to align with. What is important here is that we relax and that we enjoy the journey. Things are coming in for you this year. And this change of energy, this shift of energy, the harsh words, the broken hearts, the betrayals, they're coming to an end. And they are coming to an end to make room for the happy ever after, for the emotional and spiritual fulfillment. And they're making room for you to create a legacy. We would not be able to create legacy. We would not be able to create love. We would not be able to create financial wealth without making space. The universe has made space for you in your personal life. And since you're in the energy of multiplication, of things coming in pairs, the great multiplier, since you're in what you have the opportunity to plant the seeds of what you would like to manifest, to plant the seeds for the life that you are wanting or would like to create. That is why there's this change, this energy shift. It's what are we going to fill the space with? The universe has created space, and now it's up to us to plant the seeds, to fill that space. And then final thoughts, final messages. We have the Three of Cups, the celebration of the harvest, good things coming in. And we're celebrating, and we're not celebrating alone. We are celebrating with family and close friends, where they share in our joy equally. They are just as happy for us as we are for them. Two of Wands, having the world in our hands, looking towards the future. And not only are we looking towards the future, but we're looking to share our future and looking to ways to looking for people to help us on our path. The Emperor card. Nothing is set in stone. A good ruler will always take into consideration the needs of others. The Four of Swords, deep thought, deep contemplations. You are, Gemini, you are at a very exciting time in life. A time of fertile soil, a time of creating, a time for planting seeds. If we would like to celebrate the harvest, we need to plant the seeds. We need to invest our energy into things that are going to bring, things that are going to create happiness and joy. Not only happiness and joy for ourselves, but happiness and joys for others. The seeds, the ideas, the goals, the dreams that you plant now will have the power to carry you into the next chapter of your life. And that is amazing. We can look at the space that the universe has granted us as a space of creation. Now we have room, we have the energy, and Source is helping us, Source is guiding us to plant the seeds for our happy ever after. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. You have a blessed week.